you did that one or not. You going?
Yep.
Hey John, this is Paul. We are checking for to see if you need to have refastening done. And what refastening is actually pulling each individual bung and tightening the screw under the bung and rebunging. And one of the reasons that we're looking is if you'll notice up here, I don't know if Amy can get a close-up or not, we're limited on what we can do with this camera, but you can see these bungs are popping out. Well, that's a sign that you've got a loose screw underneath and you've got movement. So if we were to just sand all this down and refinish it, we might be doing you a disservice if we didn't. We'd definitely be doing a disservice if we didn't check. So far, we have gotten about a half a turn. There was a quarter, and there's another quarter. A half a turn out of every screw we've encountered. And I'm going to go ahead and pull one of these bungs for you so you know we didn't pull these bungs and back them off for you. I know you trust me more than that, but I'm still going to show you. So there's two. We're getting a half a turn, and that's what I was getting all up and down the side of the boat. I get a half a turn or more. There was a quarter. There's a half. There's another quarter to get that guy tightened down. So I think what we got to do, what we need to do is a half, a quarter, that was a half, that one might have been just a shade less. But I think what we need to do is, as part of this process, we need to go ahead and pull these bungs, which is a matter of poking the bung in the center, pulling the guy out, being very careful not to pry against the edge of the hole because that'll become a dimple. And then that's just, some of these are slotted and some are Phillips. And then whoa, yeah, that one's really loose. That's a quarter. There's another quarter. And there's a third quarter. And if they spin, then what we do is we put in a new, longer or larger fastener. So it'll take us about a day to pull all the bungs, fasten everything, another day to rebung it. So you're looking at about $1,200. I don't know whether it's not likely that's going to fall within the number it's an addition to the number we got. You know, it may be that it's offset by part of the number. I don't want to give you false hopes. But before we strip this down, we're going to strip the decks already. Before we strip and refinish, we definitely need to, or as part of that process, we need to refasten. Also, I'm looking at some planks that are, if you look at them, this one is up higher than the plank adjacent to it. So it could be that it's just a matter of the fasteners being loose. And if we just I'm a little bit stubborn. If we just sand all this down and don't refasten, well, you can actually see this guy pulling in and these two planks becoming flush as this goes on. So we definitely need to do it. We got another plank that's really bad right here, and we've done a couple screws already and pulled this guy in, and it had been, somebody has already sanded on it in a past refinish job. Somebody sanded on it already. Yeah. It is a bung, isn't it? Somebody's put some filler in there because the bung's really regular shape. So this guy is going to go in. You can see this plank's higher than this plank below it. That was 1/4, 1/2, 3/4 of a turn, and now they're damn near flush. So, you know, we could try to do it selectively and only do the seams that are bad, but the other concern about trying to do that is you miss something, and then you got something that's not right. Same thing with the planks. Then the only other surprise we got is when we took the cut water off, we had the end of a plank that it's been rotted off. Here's what actually came out. This is right in the bow under the cut water. There was some caulking in there to take the space up. The ends were rotted off. There's just a little bit of rot on the ends now. Because it's under the cutwater, we can actually fashion a wooden piece that goes into this plank, and we can take care of that. We call it a Dutchman, and we can take care of that. But that's actually, you know, is that even in focus that close? Anyway, so
pretty good.
I guess it was okay. So that's you know, these are sometimes, you know, we can handle some woodwork within the cost of a strip and refinish, but I just want to tell you that it takes the fun out of it, because I can't guarantee we can stay within the cost of a strip and refinish on this size of boat. So you know, I want to make sure that you and I are making the decision together. We're both happy with it, and we're moving on. So decks definitely need to be refastened. We're going to get started stripping those today and refastening those today, because there's so many of these bungs that are popping out that they'll continue to pop out. It's like they're not even glued in, and they're going to continue to pop out whether or not you've got a loose fastener. So they all need to come out and get replaced on the decks, and that's a rather small area in comparison to the rest of the boat. That's all the P's and the Q's and the I's and the T's that we need to dot and cross, and we'll figure out where we go from there. Thanks, John. Bye.